Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. We have a new teacher for this week. Since yesterday, our teacher for the week is Jack Kornfield. He was one of the very instrumental teachers of Buddhism kind of mindfulness in the States, probably about half a century ago. He still is around. His teaching, his wisdom still is as good now as it has always been. And I love including him in our work. I'm sure you'll enjoy his words too. Lorraine, a very good morning. It's awesome seeing you. Hope your week has been off to a good start. Somebody, good morning, and likewise, I hope that your week has been off to a really good start. Right, let's get into Jack Kornfield's message for us for today. Linda, hello, awesome seeing you. Thanks for being here. Right, we hear of the term letting go regularly. We use the term letting go quite regularly, and we understand what is implied. We understand that there is an attempt to not hold on to old emotions or not hold on to old emotional attachments. Pat, good morning. It's good to see you. But in practice, our effort of letting go is often not helpful. How hard we try to let go of things so that it can move along. The effort we put into that is often just really not helpful, because it seems the harder we try to reject old emotions, the more stubbornly they surface. So even though we use the term letting go, we start to understand that might not be quite the way it works. Hey Anthony, good morning, good to see you, man. So here's what Jack Kornfield has to say on this subject. He says, to let go does not mean to get rid of. To let go means to let be. When we are able to let be with compassion, then things come and also go on their own. When we say letting go, we get better at understanding eventually what we're really trying to do is just let things be while we observe what is being felt, what is being experienced, and to let be with compassion, we find that things come and go on their own. Hey Charlene, good morning, good to see you. One of the hardest things for us to let go of is the things that we think that we need to control, our sense of controlling things, controlling situations, controlling outcomes, controlling people. Jack Kornfield says that peace requires us to surrender our illusions of control, because it really is an illusion. We have control over pretty much nothing. In order to have peace requires us to surrender our illusions of control, says Jack Kornfield. He says we can love and care for others, but we cannot possess. We can't possess our children, our lovers, our family, our friends. We can't possess their actions and force them to act the way we think is best in their interest. We can assist them, we can pray for them, we can wish them well, yet in the end their happiness and their suffering depend on their own thoughts and their own actions, not on our wishes. There are things that need doing. There are things we need to take action on and need doing, but there are also things that need not doing. And when we are in a reactive state, it's impossible for us to see the difference between where to do and where to not do. While we are reactive, we hold on while we should let go, and we interfere when we should let be. There are so many things that will come and go regardless of whether we try and interfere or not, leaving us confused, leaving us tired, with all our energy spent on nothing more than flailing around in our pond, which is often exactly what our sense of wanting to control creates. It's nothing more than flailing around in our pond. Isn't it more productive to only spend our energy where it actually makes a difference, to only take action after checking in with the wisdom that we all inherently have. Today's meditation is a practical experience of what it could mean to let things be, as we take a step back in order to see what requires doing and what requires not doing. I love the way in which Jack Kornfield speaks about how difficult it actually is to get all of this right all of the time. He admits that constantly having the patience of a Zen master is not easy. We're all human after all, and we should do our best to be kind to ourselves, especially when we get caught up in these old traps again. So just listen to his words here. I love this so much. He says, if you can sit quietly after difficult news, if in financial downturns you remain perfectly calm, if you can see your neighbors travel to fantastic places without you having a twinge of jealousy, if you can happily eat whatever is put on your plate, if you can fall asleep after a day of running around without a drink or a pull, if you can always find contentment just where you are probably a dog. Making a little bit of a joke and light of the fact that this is not easy to do. We try really hard, but please give yourself grace, kindness, be gentle with you. None of this is easy to do. You are doing your best. You certainly are. Hey, good morning, Michelle. It's good to see you. You certainly are doing your best. Love yourself in the moments where you nail this adulting thing, and especially love yourself in the moments when you feel like all you do is fail, because that is when you need it the most. So on the topic of letting go versus letting be, our meditation today is I am the mountain. And I can be with this, whatever it is, I can be with this. If you're ready, you can close your eyes. And let's float away on today's journey together. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in. And out. Take a deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow, feel yourself expand in all directions. Once you've reached your full height, then again let all of it go. As you breathe out, soften. As you exhale, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your own full body breathing, inhaling all the way up and exhaling all the way down. Imagine for a moment what it would be to sit as a mountain. Would you have any other choice but to leave things be? Being the observer of all the comings and goings around you for millennia. Would you get a deeper sense of how things come and also go in their own time? For sure, we are human beings. We are not actually mountains, even though we can very successfully tap into this wisdom of the mountains. We are human after all. And the message herein is never that we should not ever take action, but to realize how much of our action comes from fear, comes of this sense of wanting and needing to control, have control over things that are just not within our control. To come to realization of how much of our energy we waste trying to control what is not within our control. That there might be very little that we actually do need to take action on. And that we become so much more effective in those actions when those are the only actions we spend energy on. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down with as much comfort as possible into the rest of our meditation. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left and lean your upper body over to the right. Moving your back muscles, and thereby moving your spine, and within your spine, moving spinal fluid up and down your spinal cord. Try and remember to stop during your day. When you stop for a few breaths, also move your upper body, because the movement of spinal fluid helps switch on your nervous system and wake up your brain. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a place of presence as much as we are able to right now, we'll turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this would be a great place to stop. However, if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel every muscle in your body soften. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. Take a deep breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy. Followed by a long, slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, imagine yourself once again sitting as a mountain. What would that kind of presence feel like? Can you feel that immovable nature? Take your next big breath. Be as open, as light-hearted, and as playful with this first part of the meditation as you can. Create imagery as vivid as possible in your mind as you look at your mountain. The more you're able to visualize, the lower your brain waves have come, and the more access you have to your own subconscious. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, zoom out from your mountain and see it from top to bottom. Fly around it. What exactly does your mountain look like? Take your next big breath. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, zoom in on the plants of your mountain. Get really specific and detailed. Zoom in to where you can see the detail on leaves and flowers. What exactly grows on your mountain? Take your next big breath. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, zoom in on the animals of your mountain. And again, get specific. Find the small details. Are you able to zoom all the way in to see the texture of hair? Take your next big breath. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, zoom in on the birds of your mountain. And again, get specific, get down to the details. Are you able to zoom all the way in to the details and textures of feathers? Take your next big breath. And again, sit as your mountain with all of this life it carries. Sit for a moment in the sun and experience what it might be like for a mountain to sit and soak up the sunlight? How does your mountain feel with the warmth of sun rays warming its surface? How does your mountain feel? Take your next big breath. And as we know, the weather is always shifting, always changing. What rolls in will also roll out. And what rolls in for your mountain right now is clouds, cloudiness, rolling in front of the sun. No more sunlight on the surface of your mountain, and it starts to rain. Your mountain sits with drops of water falling on its surface, turning into streams and into rivulets, running down its surface. How does your mountain feel about this? What does your mountain feel about sitting in the rain? Take your next big breath. The sun goes down, the wind picks up, the face of your mountain becomes lashed with wind and water. Thunder, lightning, all around. While in the absence of lightning strikes, pitch black darkness and howling wind. How does your mountain feel about sitting in the middle of a storm? Take your next big breath. No storm lasts forever. A new day always breaks. Eventually we get to a fresh new day, not a cloud in sight. The first rays of sunlight touches the surface of your mountain, caressing its face. The air smells clean and fresh. How does your mountain feel about sitting in the first sunlight of a fresh new day? Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Ask yourself this question. Can I be with this? Can I just be with this, whatever this is, without the need to run from this, to numb out from this, to turn my face away from this? Can I just be with this? Because when I find that I can be with this, I find that I can actually be okay in the middle of whatever this is. I can be okay. And if I am okay with whatever this is, then I feel within me a spaciousness. I have access to a bit of space. Space to breathe. If I have space to breathe, I'm creating space to think, space to see. Then I get to learn that not everything needs my interference. Some things will come and go of their own accord. But I have a bit of space in which to take the time to think. Jack Kornfield says, to let go does not mean to get rid of. To let go means to let be. When we are able to let be with compassion, things come and go on their own. And then that in order to have peace, it requires of us to surrender our illusions of control. We can love and we can care for others, but we cannot possess our children, our lovers, our family, our friends. We can assist them, we can pray for them, we can wish them well, yet in the end their happiness, their suffering depends on their own thoughts, depends on their own actions, not our wishes. I feel like saying, I refuse to spend any energy on anything that is not mine to act on. And most things are not mine to act on. But if I do successfully stop wasting energy on what I cannot control, then the energy I do have, the energy I have to spend on the things I do have to take action on, is spent so much more productively. If I waste no more energy in what I cannot control, I can devote all of my energy on what I do have to take action on. And one more reminder that even though we know this does not always come easy. If you can sit quietly after difficult news, if in financial downturns you remain perfectly calm, if you can see your neighbors travel to fantastic places without having a twinge of jealousy yourself, if you can happily eat whatever is put on your plate, and if you can fall asleep after a day of running around without a drink, without a pull, if you can always find contentment just where you are probably a dog. Love yourself, beautiful human. Love yourself when you nail this, and love yourself even more when it's hard. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this lesson from the mountain. I can be with this, whatever this is. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that if I am able to be with this, whatever it might be, I have access to spaciousness. Eckhart calls this an inner spaciousness. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that this is what Viktor Frankl meant when he said, in between stimulus and response, there is a space. There is spaciousness if I am able to be with this. And in that space lies my power to have freedom of choice. In that space is where freedom lies. Not being under the control of any external circumstances. That's freedom. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for spending time on your mountain and bringing your mountain into our circle of mountains. In between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom, and in that space lies our power. But that space is not a given. That space is something we have to create for ourselves. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, every one of you. Michelle and Anthony and Sunmarie and Charlene and Lorraine and whoever else might be in the background. Have yourself a beautiful day. I hope you feel your mountain for the rest of today. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.